Greetings and welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, checking out the video, checking out the channel. If you haven't already subscribed and you find this content helpful, encouraging, supportive, please do consider subscribing. Uh, it helps the YouTube algorithm help other people find the video, as do the likes, obviously, and feel free to share always, always, always. So, first of all, welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to this space. You'll hear I repeat a lot of things 3 times. There's several reasons for that, and I encourage you to look that up and find out. Why does Kat always repeat things 3 times? She says blessings, 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 or welcome, 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 or thank you, thank you, thank you. There's something about that, okay? So if you have any curiosity about that, or you have any guesses, let me know in the comments, okay? So this is a collective energy reading. It is timeless. So whenever you find this video, however you found it, however it landed in your YouTube feed, you had some question, some challenge, something that you were looking for some clarification and guidance on. And this is your answer. All right? Whatever it was, there's a reason, there's something in this message that you're going to find that's going to be helpful for you. So what I love is hearing the feedback from you guys. So please don't stop doing that. I love it. I will almost always, unless it's a spam thing, I will almost always give you a love or a like or a response. Okay? I look at every single one of your comments. I see every single one of you. I see you. I feel you. We are family. We are all connected. So for our energy reading for today, for our messages from the angels, from Doreen Virtue, we have Grace and Antoinette. And you know, I like to look at the cards first before I read about them and just get a kind of intuitive idea of what's going on. I think this one's pretty clear, but first of all, I feel with the colors, I feel a lot of air and water, which are both very flowing, very open, give and take kind of thing. And I think it perfectly matches the energy of this card. We have 2 angels for this, Grace and Antoinette, and their message is to help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. And we can see one angel looks really distraught, and the other angel, her mouth isn't open, she's not saying anything, she's just listening, she's just feeling. And I don't know about you, but it's super easy for me to let my ego get front and center as far as energetic goes for when we have those conversations with people that we don't agree with. This happens with so many things: politics, food, your opinion on anything. Opinion is attached to ego. And anytime we get ego involved in something, things are not going to go well, just in general. I'm just going to say that. But it's a protection thing. It's a defense thing for us. It's how we kept ourselves safe when we were in that 3D fight or flight kind of thing where we had to argue, we had to make our case, we had to prove somebody else wrong so that we could be proved right. It was a safety thing. But we aren't in that 3D experience anymore. We are elevating, we are ascending, we are getting out of that fight or flight, ego, brain mentality. And we're answering with our hearts. We're answering with our solar plexus, just below our heart chakra. Those 2, the 3rd and 4th chakras, that's where we are manifesting right now, into the 4th dimension, into that 4D experience, okay? So don't stop. If you've been on that path, if you've been working on that with yourself, this is your confirmation that you're doing it exactly right. If you find that you're getting into a lot of confrontations with people verbally, just take a step back, take that breath, and just consider, is what you're going to say going to change their minds? Because if it's not, what's the point? What's the point? Why fight? Why argue? Right? If somebody believes something, let them. They're not going to change the truth if you know the truth is different. If you are looking at the sky and it's blue and there's not a cloud there and the sun is shining and somebody else comes along and says it's raining, it's dull, it's depressing, you're going to argue with them about that? If they can't see the blue sky, does that change the fact that the sky is blue? No. Okay? So a little bit of a rant on that, but this is something, like I said, I'm working on with myself. So let me know in the comments what you think about that, and let's find out what Grace and Antoinette have to say to us in the extended reading. I'm sorry, let me start over again. This misunderstanding has occurred because of judgments about the other person's motives and character. To heal the situation, the judgments need to be released. Instead of seeing someone as good or bad, have compassion and know that everyone is doing the best they can. Instead of pitying someone, see that person's inner strength and godliness. In that way, you encourage divine light to be expressed within the other person and yourself. You are projecting something from your own shadow side onto the other person. So this situation is an opportunity for you to clear away an ego issue. Simply affirm. So here's your affirmation. So say this silently with me, or you can stop it after we finish and go back and redo it, whatever works best for you. But this is the affirmation for today. I am willing to release that part of me that is irritated when I think of you. I'm going to say it again. I am willing to release that part of me that is irritated when I think of you. So they go on after that. We angels are helping to heal this situation miraculously so that everyone will forgive and forget judgments and act responsibly. Compassion is the key. And I'll just tell you, compassion only comes when you put away the ego. As soon as you set aside your identity and what you're holding on to as your identity for that situation. I'm right, they're wrong. I'm good, they're bad. That's an identity thing. That's not where compassion comes from. Set that aside and affirm, I am releasing that part of me that gets irritated when I think of you. I release it. I let it go. There's that flow, okay? So that's what our energy reading is for today. Please let me know if it was helpful at all, if you had some other ideas about it, thoughts. But again, this is the message, and I think it's something that we all need to hear every day, probably every hour, for me at least. I don't know about you, but that's what I've got for you for today, for the energy reading. All right. Bless you for being here again. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I love you. Thank you so much for stopping by. And ciao for now.